We're headed for Parliament. We understand the Committee on Health is addressing the press, I believe. There you have it, live from Parliament. Let's listen in.
Which of them? Is it the 30-month allowance, which has been agreed that is being paid under the previous government? Is it the issue of rural incentive allowance that was agreed, that is meant for nurses and midwives in the rural areas so that we can have nurses and midwives in the rural area? Which of them would you say is not legitimate? Is it the issue of fuel allowances, which has been historical since 60s for these people? Is it the issue of uniform allowance, which has been there since the 1960s? It couldn't have been changed in any republic, and it cannot be changed under a previous government. It cannot be changed now. So you see that all the expectations in the CBA called for in Appendix B is justified and not far-fetched. But government has not seen the need to have engaged them since January. They feel undermined as far as their rights are concerned. And that is why they advise government that, okay, we're going to wear red bands for the first stage. The next stage, we're going to do OPD. And the next stage, IPD, inpatient. And now, total strike. And nobody was listening to them to have taken them to court. Even taking them to court is an extreme act of bad faith. You don't. Everybody is being assertive. They have their rights within the law. You cannot use the law to checkmate them. That's not right. So we are here to state clearly that the posturing of government must change. It must change. Respect them. Sit with them. Let them know what you can do and what you cannot do. Luckily, we are going to listen to the Minister of Finance soon on the media budget review. So this is the time that you have to include their concerns as far as the media budget review is concerned. It's not as if we are in August, then you tell them, hold on for the next budget cycle. You are now going to read the mid-year budget review, and this is the right time to include their concerns, or this is the right time you listen to them. My understanding was that since January, they were told that the Ministry of Finance will meet them in June. And then the date was June 18th. How would you feel when you want something and somebody is telling you that, hold on, 6 months' time? How would you feel? We are not here to justify the strike for them. We are here to plead with the nurses to understand that even if government see the need to engage them, they should go with the good faith with Ghanaians at heart. Because getting all the money without the lives that we have lost brings no joy to anyone. So as minority, we are mindful of the fact that we are not stoking it up and asking them to prolong the strike. We are only asking them to be merciful as far as the tables are concerned, that when they go to sit, they must be merciful to see the need to be reasonable. Reasonability means you appeal to their conscience and say, if you are asking for 8 things, we cannot. You know what? In the budget, we'll do 3. Maybe the next budget, we'll do 2. Let government change their posturing towards these people and let them not use the law and let them not frighten them. You hear they say that the president is married to an MPP person. You are just making this one so below the belt. The same president was the one who called the nurses' strike in 2020 for 3 weeks. Wasn't he married to an MPP person? Why do you politicize this? He is a president, for crying out loud, and has a right to make sure the welfare of his people or her people are held up high. Would you want to politicize everything to the point that people are losing their lives? The next life that will be lost is my relative or your relative. And we are not here in minority to do a business of politics on health here. We are not ready. We want to call a spade and just ask government to change their posturing. Show some respect to the nurses and midwives of this country. And then tell them something better, so we can also urge the nurses to be more merciful to Ghanaians as their rights have been respected. That's why we call the press conference. Thank you very much. I saw this one first. Anyway, so whoever.
So, Chairman, the headlines have been written already. Minority jump to the defense of striking this right. Minority mounts spirited defense. Minority justifies. And I'm telling you the headlines that have been captured. That's one breath. And you say you are not here to testify. When you say it is their right, and there's nothing wrong with the nurses demanding what is rightfully theirs. How do you marry the two?
It is simple. It's logical. We are here to defend what is due them. But we are here to be, we are here on behalf of our people to appeal as well, to be more merciful, especially when their rights are being respected. Their rights will be respected when you call them for a table discussion. Call them for a table discussion. That is where we are appealing on their conscience. If government does that to them, please be merciful. But they have not done so. And I don't know if they will do so. Thank you.
So the final one. The finance minister says the 2025 budget that you approve in this house through the appropriation does not cater for this collective agreement.
Media budget review allows, the law of this country has no gaps. It takes things like this, that towards the course of the year, when there are developments, come back to Parliament for another approval. That's why you have a media budget review. It is just commonsensical, please. Yes.
So on that score, very finally on that score, the nurses are saying that they will not cede to the 2026, but that's government proposal.
We are not talking about 2026 budget, my brother. I'm talking about media budget review.
I'm saying that that's not on the table.
When is media budget review?
That's not on the table for the nurses.
No, that is not on the table for the nurses. That is what you have up your sleeves. That's where you go and meet them and tell them that over the media budget review, please, I can't do, or I can do 2 or 3. You have a lot of things up your sleeves. They are talking 2026 and you're also saying that 2026. When you know you have a tool that can rather solve part of their problem. So your posture must change. The posture of government must change. If that is their posture, it must change.
January this year. But in the news, we are told that this agreement was signed last year in May. You were the finance committee chairperson. What was your position? The health committee ranking and attending. That time you was What was your position then? And today, was it advancing that government should go ahead and implement it? Why didn't you advise your government then to implement that? The nurses deserve.
I think you didn't listen to, you didn't pay attention to me, and let me use the opportunity to get you to understand. So you, as journalists, you don't mislead the public. On this issue, I said, government in May 2024 had understanding with all the stakeholders, and they put it on the letter. Have you seen the collective bargaining agreement? If you see it, you see that it said effective 1st July. Is there, and all signed by government representatives. So this issue has even gone, for your understanding, this issue has gone beyond the Ministry of Health, because the ministry has done their rightful obligation as far as the employers' rights are concerned. This issue actually is with the exchequer. It's actually at finance. The whole bane now is at finance. It's not even with health. The whole issue is with finance. So this is not the health committee, then the chairman should have played, because in any case, the health sector, they played their role, they signed, which means what you want is right. So let's pass it on to finance to effect it. Now, let's not cloud the information to the public, please. It is the same nurses who took themselves to court. It was not government, it wasn't me, it wasn't you. Neither was it the NDC. It was the same nurses. Psychiatry nurses said, no, we didn't understand something in the CBA. And they took themselves to court. And they settled it in court on the 25th of January 2025, not 2024. You understand? So the natural process actually ended in 2025. No fault of anybody. And this cannot be politicized. Absolutely. It was supposed to be effective 1st July 2024, and before it took effect, it was already injuncted. the process was implied.
Thank you. Jimmy.
Fiscal space from government. If you were government or right after that, what would you propose that, or where would you propose to get the money from to satisfy government?
It is. I'm not the Minister of Finance. I will not speak for the Minister of Finance. He's not even bent. The Ministry of Finance have not even met them to let us know what the books looks like. So you can't speak for that. I can't speak for them. Now I can only stand by the nurses, and we can only appeal to them.
So, do you have any proposal for government?
But the responsibility of government has not been honored here, so I don't have any proposal. So government must meet them. I'm not government. I don't have books. I don't have money. I don't have anything. But I stand by the rights of them. I've seen the CBA, so I can't speak for government. It's for government to let us know its position, and the only way the government can do so is to meet them.
Thank you. Joy, last question.
I haven't. I haven't. Yes, I haven't. Yes, I mean the best is the health committee. We just met this morning. Letters have been written to the stakeholders to meet the health committee. So when they come, that's where would get to engage them. But that's what we have done. We are saying that taking it to court is not the way. You are being assertive. When two people are assertive, there's conflict. So when one is assertive, one bend a little bit, accommodate, and there's a compromise. So that's what we are saying.
Which would mean that you are appealing to them. I just want to say that maybe they get from the minority would allow them to take a second.
What we are saying is that don't get this. Don't. Let's get this very straight. You don't go and say minority appeals to nurses. We haven't. What we are saying that if government shows good faith to them, that come and sit down, please may they go to sit by being merciful. In that case, they know some people respect them, and we are saying that yeah, we support you, but please, when you go, be reasonable. So don't go and say we are appealing, as if we just came here and we just said we are not appealing.